Hi guys, Mrs. Kranz. I'm back and I'm going to read Not Norman by Kelly Bennett. This is a story. Let me just adjust I think this is the one we like. This is a story about a boy who gets a pet. He's wanted a pet, and let's see if he likes it or not. So I want you to think, do you have a pet? If you don't, if you could have a pet, what pet would you have and why? And if you have a pet, what do you like to do with your pet? I have a pet. Her name is Rosie. She's a puppy. And I like to play with the tennis ball in the backyard with her. All right. When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet, not Norman. So look, what special occasion did the boy get Norman for? What clues are you using? And also you could even guess how old he is. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, one who could climb trees and chase strings, a soft furry pet to sleep on my bed at night, not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and around and around and around and around and around and around. So what kind of pet do you think he would like to have? You can use the picture for clues. That's Norman just swimming around and around. This is it, Norman, I decide. I'm trading you for a good pet. Norman doesn't move, not even a fin twitches. How can I trade him like this? No one will want a sorry-looking fish in a gunky bowl. Look how dirty it is. Gross. When I drop Norman into his nice, clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping, flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy, I have to laugh. Hey, don't think just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you, I tell him. Tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe someone will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a real cool dog and 7 puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman? I ask. Who's Norman? Asks Austin. My goldfish, I say. By the time I rescue Norman, half of his water is gone. What do you think happened to Norman's water? You can use the pictures. Oh, I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get into the school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me all googly-eyed. Finally, it's my turn to show and tell. Just as I start to talk about goldfish, Emily shouts, "Jenny's gone! Who let my snake loose?" Which one do you think is Emily? Does anyone hear me talk? Does anyone hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bowl? No. They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake. Look at the teacher. Not Norman, though. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. Boom, 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 ba, 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 boo, 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 bee. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Glug, 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 he mouths. Look, Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro, and try to play the proper notes. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time my lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think just because you like my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. He glugs. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, screech. What's that noise? Scratch, screech, screech. Yikes, there's something at the window. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spot. What do you think he sees? Norman! He isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He glugs and gives me a little wave. I'm not alone. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken tree branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store just like I said I would. I look at the cats, dogs, snakes, and birds. I look at the hamsters and mice and lizards too. They are all good pets, but they are not Norman. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could pick any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. Do you guys remember what this instrument's called? Also, I challenge you to list, what do you think? 10 different kinds of pets. I challenge you. See if you can do it. That is the end of the book. I hope you liked Not Norman. Please let me know how you liked it and I want to hear all about your pets, and I miss you guys and I hope to see you soon. Keep reading, guys.